Welcome back to Let's Play Syndicate. I'm BurningDogFace, and I'm here in the menu to tell you guys a couple of things without getting distracted. First, I'd like to thank Hans Leventhal for pointing out in the comments that Michael Wincott, the dude who voices Agent Merritt in this game, is the same guy who provided the voice of Death, the Horseman of the Apocalypse, in Darksiders 2. I just find it kind of funny that I'd never heard of the guy before he had the starring role in the game I played, and then I take one step and immediately run into him again. Nice to know the guy has some range, even if it's still a bit gravelly. The other thing. I've had a few theories running through my head over the past few videos, and I haven't said anything about them, but I figured it might be fun to share them with you. So here are some of my predictions about the plot, and before I say any of this, I'd like to assure you guys that we are already past the point that I played to back at Christmas. I never made it out of the Aspari escape sequence. I never got the backfire ability. We are well into the area of things I have no foreknowledge of. So, this is just me putting things together from the way they're presented in the plot. Let's see. Well, first off, Merritt's a giant asshole. The game is going to great lengths to make sure we do not like Agent Jules Merritt. This leads me to believe that, I keep saying lately. I always have a problem with that. But it leads me to believe that at some point, Merritt's going to be a bad guy, and I'm going to have to take him out in a boss fight. I'd managed to go a bit further with this on the prediction front and say that, in addition to having to fight Merritt, the way that'll come about is that Milo is going to join the Resistance. I'll admit it's been a very, very long time since I played the original Syndicate. But, if I remember correctly in that game, there were no unchipped humans, much less a militarized percentage of them who, wanted to resist Syndicate control. So just the fact that there is a resistance in a, dark, tyrannical world like this, usually indicates that the player is going to end up working for them. And, let's face it, the Dr. Drawl working for them implications. Well, she seems less like the type I would be told to kill. Actually, let me rephrase that. She seems less like the type that Kilo would go through with killing. Now, that being said, the guy is a silent protagonist. If I had my issues with silent protagonists aside, one of the things you have to keep in mind of them is that they can't do things because they feel like it. That gets in the way of the player superimposing themselves over the character. So my final prediction is that in order to give Kilo a very good non-emotional reason to turn his back on Eurocorp and join the Resistance, I'm guessing that the man is going to screw him over at some point. That's enough blathering at the menu. The CEO wants to talk to us.
Coming up on Newsnight, Aspari Security raises terror alert level to extremely high after the downzone anarchist attack that left a prominent Aspari scientist dead and a commuter train littered with bodies. Cayman Global's floating city, La Ballena, raises diplomatic concerns as it advances up the coast towards New York. And later, the IIA said it would vigorously defend itself against Aspari Associates' latest string of patent infringement suits. But how far are they willing to take the battle? For these stories and more, stay tuned.
I'll leave a message for it. Goodbye. Agent Operations, this is Diane.
Ah, good. Information on Eurocorp. Oh, so that's where we are. I had been wondering. The new Eurocorp was centered, obviously, in Europe. But, looks like Jack Denham is the local manager. Arising from a much-publicized super-merger between biotech market leader Euroline Medical and petrochemicals giant Cater Industrialine, Eurocorp was officially founded in 2017, though unofficial relationships between their R&D wing of each company reach back at least into the previous decade. Both Euroline and Cater boasted a broadly diversified portfolio at the time of the merger, each branching out from their core business to absorb suppliers, customers, and rivals alike. Their market concerns had thus inevitably interpenetrated. Sorry, that wasn't a pun or anything. I've just got a frog in my throat again. Given the large number of subsidiaries brought under one roof for this merger, Eurocorp can fairly lay claim to being the first ever syndicate. Market capitalization immediately following the merger was estimated at 7.8 trillion euros. Attempts by European Union antitrust legislators to prevent the merger were short-circuited through an aggressive and innovative market lobbying program. Total cost 43.1 million euros, 18 deaths due to clinically induced comas, 1 chemically induced mental collapse. Eurocorp's use of agents in this context, though somewhat crude by today's standards, became the model for future syndicate operations across the globe. At the heart of the merger and Eurocorp's inception is a simple strategic understanding. Euroline Medical encountered substantial resistance to its biotech innovations in the United States, while religious fervor amongst the general population prevented a whole series of human genetics-derived products from reaching the market. Cater Industries, as a major player in the oil sector, had unparalleled lobby access to the U.S. Senate, House of Representatives, and Supreme Court. At the same time, with the predicted decline of the dominance of oil in the energy sector, Cater is seeking new markets and applications for its organic chemistry and nanomaterial divisions. The Eurocorp merger repositioned both corporations perfectly. Cater got open access to all of Euroline's coveted biotech patented... God damn it. I can't even read today. Cater got open access to Euroline's coveted biotech patent register. Euroline got a shattered U.S. oversight legislator, and an exclusive tunnel blasted into the heart of a new North American market. Eurocorp's market capitalization tripled in less than 4 years. Intel update. Despite increasingly aggressive competitive strategies from Aspari Americas in the market zones normally termed the Western United States, Eurocorp maintains its market dominance across North America and is set to contest Cayman Global's grip on the Central American and Caribbean sectors. Eurocorp New York considers itself ideally placed to manage both these areas of competition and any conflicts arising as a result. Though headquarters in Geneva remain the nominal base of operations for all Eurocorp activity, ECNY is the front line.
Yes, sir. Transferring.
Ugh, that's quite enough text. Nope, don't care. You can read that later.
I heard they're gonna launch the Dart 6 consumer chip.
Agent operations.
Yeah, the new Dart Remember software
I'll leave
looks
a message
excellent.
for you.
Much better
Goodbye.
than old versions.
You know what I'd remember?
What?
That I was an agent. They get to
Agent
sleep with all the
operations.
hot
This
chicks.
is Diane.
Oh, you're
Yes, sir.
such a
Transferring.
loser. Anyway, Drawl did a hell of a job on the new chip. I've seen the test data. Pure performance, no emotional drag at all.
You know, someone told me she is a Down Zone kid. Can you believe that? Got a
Agent
degree
operations.
at New Columbia.
Yeah.
I'll leave a message for him. Goodbye.
The street in her shines through sometimes. I hear she's sympathetic to the Down Zone. I don't know, if she keeps that in check, she could go far.
Agent operations. This is Diane. Yes, sir.
She's a sharp girl. Good looking, too. Shame about her politics, though.
Oh, my head is in standby mode. Odd that.
Welcome, sir. Mr. Denham is expecting you.
Excellent.
Agent operations.
You don't look like a Sunny.
Keep it under
I'll
wraps
leave
and
a
get me the
message for
data as soon as you have
Goodbye.
it. All right?
Kilo, thanks for coming.
Oh, and this guy is voiced by Brian Cox. He's probably best well
Outstanding
known
work at
for
Aspari.
my target
The thing
audience.
with Drawl was a shock. I should have seen that coming. She's been sharing information with Chang for some time.
That's the
Now,
bad
with him
guy
out of
from
the picture
X-Men
and the
2.
files wiped, we've regained some of the initiative. But we're still vulnerable.
Could you sign this, Jack?
He doesn't even have a pen.
Next time, make an appointment.
The future.
I don't like surprises. The market is at a critical juncture, and war is brewing between the corporations. Cayman Global's been thumping their chest with this Panama Canal thing, and developments in chip technology are at the front line of the war. There's an obvious risk that Drawl is going to defect. No, we can't allow that to happen, but at the same time, she's too valuable an asset to terminate. Sam,
Oh, she's not in the Resistance?
still waiting for the numbers you promised. Something you're not telling me?
Sorry, I should have something by the end of the day.
Good man. Which brings us to the problem at hand. Look at her. Best biotech mind of a generation. Such a shame.
I like the cufflinks, by the way. They look snazzy.
Follow me.
I don't seem to have much of a choice. I'm on rails. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Now remember, this is all confidential. Let's keep her guessing. Lily, thank God, if anyone can fix him up, it's you.
We do science here, Jack, not miracles.
Nothing's more important than my people. Merritt's been one of the most loyal. Let's get him back to work as soon as possible.
The chip was severely damaged, but the neural connections look healthy. We should be able to get something else in there.
Excellent, Calico.
I'm not so sure. The new chips are much more powerful, and these connections are old.
Seizure!
I was afraid of that. Kilo, hold him still.
Oh, yeah, shit, he may be a murdering psychopath, but
Shit!
he doesn't look so
We're
good.
losing time. There!
Ah!
Trace memory convulsions from debugging. It'll damp out. But no more upgrades for him.
What did you do to me?
How are you feeling?
Like somebody stabbed me in the damn chest.
Yeah, he's good to go, Jack. As good as he's gonna be.
Thank you, Lily.
I thought they fried his chip. Or they put a new one in. Oh, maybe they put
Let's
the
get
V6
moving.
in. Ugh. I don't know, maybe I'm way off on all of these things. Well, of course, all this shit is wireless. It doesn't need to be lying there for them to get ratings. Right. Catching up with the boss man. We can read all this stuff later on. Not sure how much of it is actually... Ooh. Nicely done, sir.
Listen, Kilo. I'm going to put together a package to convince Dr. Drawl to stay with us, but
Mind
in the meantime,
control.
we need to keep an eye on her. Make sure she doesn't suddenly decide to try her luck out west.
Oh.
So you and...
How did you get here?
Merritt will be on surveillance duty for a few days.
Guess I'll go brief the setup team.
Above all, Kilo, Keep Lily out of hostile hands, whatever that entails.
Receiving Eurocorp upgrade protocol.
Oh dear. I don't know what this thing was. Oh god. During the Agent Operation Program, initiated by Eurocorp in 2041, test subjects experienced stress-induced relapses and tissue breakdown, rendering over 80% of the accepted stock useless. The former chief scientist of Euroline Medical's Leon R.D. facility in New Hessen, Professor Gabriel Tron, was brought out of retirement and moved to Eurocorp's Black 10 research station in Milford, Syracuse. The confirmed budget for the project was $350 billion. The first prototype, dubbed Leonardo, was used in clinical trials on agents. I'm gonna guess that's years. From 2043 to 2044, it introduced customizable immune system protocols and desensitized natural reactions to the adrenal gland processor, which had previously proved hard to implement with high conversion efficiency. On August 27, 2051, Professor Tron was killed during a covert attack on the Black 10 station. Hostile operatives were apprehended, but no trace was discovered of their apparent allegiance. 5 were unchipped, and 3 carried heavily modified black market malware. The Milford Syracuse Black 10 research station is officially closed down, and the 3 prototype devices of limited operating capacity were introduced into the Agent Operations Program. What? Skimming. It's just a branch. It's kind of the problem with this. I'm doing a video series, so while I'm actually genuinely interested in all the lore, it probably doesn't have anything to do with anything. Oh, am I getting on too? Yeah.
I have a lot of confidence in you, Kilo. Once this unfortunate business has been taken care of, we're going to have a little chat about your future. And from where I'm standing, it looks bright. Very bright.
Dart space.
Dark space tactical simulation initiated.
Back on the Matrix.
Activating performance tests for Dart 6 Persuade application. This application forces a human chip carrier to fight on your side for limited time. Enter the practice area to begin test.
Doesn't look like it's even remotely as powerful as the Persuadatron from the original game.
Starting test. Activating Persuade application. If all enemies are eliminated before the persuasion effect runs out, the target will commit suicide. Practice area complete.
Awesome.
Enter the challenge area to test the full potential of the Persuade application. This challenge combines the use of firearms and the Persuade application.
This looks complicated.
Pick up the weapon to start the challenge.
Here's my crazy space gun.
Starting challenge. You must protect the courier as he moves between safe zones through the scenario. It is vital to eliminate threats and draw fire from the courier. Your ammunition will be limited. Breach the safe zone marker to start the scenario.
Oh. Oh.
Breach the safe zone marker to continue.
Well, there's the timer. So, since this is an easy spot to stop, I'll just do that. I'm BurningDogFace, and we're here in the land of the psychedelic gun to say goodbye. Sorry not an awful lot happened this episode, but I'm starting to think that maybe this game is a bit more text-heavy than I was expecting. In any event, I'll see you on the next episode of Let's Play Syndicate, Burning Dog fans. Later!